Welcome to the next episode of First Impressions. We got a special guest today. To call her multi-talented is an understatement. From pop and dance to hip hop and R&B, I've been seeing her doing some acting. On top of that, the online content is crazy. And she a model. Ashley Abbott, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Likewise. I'm glad you came to come sit down with us. So let's take a trip down memory lane. Where'd you grow up and what high school did you go to?
I grew up Seaside, California. I went to Seaside High.
Seaside High. Oh, you're not from the Bay Area.
South Bay, right? It's considered South Bay or no? Oh, no, it's not.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
We're going to have to do some research.
We'll do some research.
So were you one of the popular kids in school?
I think I was one of the weird ones, actually. Like, I was weird, like I was in JRTC, but then I also was in the Islanders Club doing hula dancing. But I would say I had like a lot of friends, but I do know I was a big talker, like I talked a lot. So I was very talkative and people got really annoyed with that, but that's fine. People love it now.
For sure. So you come from a big family or a small family?
I'd say pretty big family. It's just a lot of them are not here. A lot of them are in the East Coast, in New Jersey and New York, and now Florida and Pennsylvania.
Your people's from the East Coast?
Yep.
Oh, snap. So which side is from the East Coast? Mom's, dad?
Both.
What?
Both, yeah.
So how'd y'all end up here?
So my dad was in the military, so I know he got stationed out here. My dad's 100% New Yorker, right? So he got stationed out to Fort Ord, which is how we ended up in Seaside. And then just there was a lot of back and forth since all my family is out there. I was always back and forth. Every summer I'd live with them out there, and then every time I go to school, come back to California.
Ah, so you got the sauce from both coasts.
Bi-coastal.
I like that. So at what age did you know entertainment was your passion?
I feel like I've always been into entertainment. It was always more of a hobby for me. But when it comes down to me actually like creating, I would say, well, with modeling, obviously at a lot younger age, so probably my early 20s. But when it came to singing and songwriting, it's very recent. I'd say within the past few years.
Oh, so everything is fairly new.
Pretty much.
What? You throwing me for a loop here. You got like that veteran swag, like you've been doing this.
Well, maybe because of the modeling thing, I don't know.
Okay. So when we met, I thought you were a rapper, but you're a damn good vocalist. How did you learn how to sing?
Well, okay. So I know this is gonna be like a stereotypical thing, but I mean I'm half Filipino, so
What?
you know at Filipino parties we're always karaokeing. So that's how I guess you could say I practiced singing, and then I also took choir in middle school, and elementary, so that helped a lot too.
So you did choir in school, but you never had like any formal training or anything?
No.
Wow, okay.
Just karaoke machines.
Just karaoke machine? That's right. So you got to help me pronounce this. Your latest single, Ethereal Love?
Ethereal Love.
Ethereal Love.
Yeah.
How did that track come about?
So I tend to write on spot. It really just depends on how I'm feeling that day. I do have a brother that unfortunately passed away to suicide, and I was going down a rabbit hole with Linkin Park and Chester and how he committed suicide the day of my studio session. Not sure why I was in that kind of mood, but not gonna answer that question. But anyways, I got to studio session and that's what inspired me. I was like, you know what, this is what's occupying my mind, and I wrote about suicide awareness. If you really listen to the lyrics, I talk about it.
Wow. You just like a bundle of surprises. That's cool though, man. That's cool. One thing I took from it is, like I said, I thought you were a rapper. You got this rapper swag.
Wait, what makes me look like a rapper? I'm just
I don't
curious.
know. You just walked up and you was just like, "Hey, what's up?" You know what I'm saying? And that was, usually, I don't know. Usually, female rappers are the ones who approach you like that.
More aggressive.
It wasn't I wouldn't say aggressive,
Okay.
but it was just like, what you was here for and what you was doing, All right, that's cool. And so do you have on plans of dropping a full project?
I do want to. I would say maybe next year, spring is kind of where I'm aiming for. I do want, that's my goal is to drop my very first EP.
Okay, for sure. Do you have any idea how many songs you want to do?
I'm going to aim for 7.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's a good amount. Are there any artists out there that you want to collaborate with?
Are we talking like big?
It could be anyone.
Janae Aiko.
Uh-oh. Janae Aiko.
Mhm.
Okay, okay. Why you want to work with her?
I relate to her lyrically, and I just love how spiritual she is, and I feel like I relate to her a lot because I'm very spiritual. And it's just she speaks on like real shit, and that's probably one of my favorite things about her.
That's tight. That's tight. So, what got you into like the pop and the dance music, the electronic sounding music?
So I was always trying out R&B and hip hop, and I got comfortable with that. Not saying that I'm like super good at it or anything, but it's just I wanted to try out a different genre because you don't really know, right, what really suits you until you try it out. Which I'm not going to stop with just EDM. I definitely want to try pop as well, and maybe alternative, but I'm kind of still deciding on that.
Okay. So, how do you link up with content creators like Chris Ho, Drexley, and Gifted Styles? Because that's big.
So to tell you the truth, me and Drexley go way back. Me, Drex, and Chris Hall, we both go way back as friends. So we started off as friends, and I always Drex used me as a model from time to time, and with Chris Ho, I was a club promoter, so that's how I got into touch with him and became friends with him. Gifted, I actually met through Drex, so it kind of just it's like a domino effect.
That's cool. So you basically keeping all your friends close,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
for sure.
they introduce you to new circles, and it just
Hmm.
goes up like that.
One wins, we all win.
That's tight. That's tight. All right, man. So the big question: how long have you actually been modeling?
I feel like I started when I was around 21, 22.
21 and 22.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
So 10 years.
10 years. Okay, okay. You also have a food show too?
A food show? Do I?
I was looking on your IG and I saw you trying some food. You had the,
Oh.
the cameraman. I mean, you don't just do that with an iPhone.
Oh, I'm trying to remember which video you're talking about, but
I
I
think
like
you
to
were
eat.
at I forgot. But you were by yourself and you were just tasting food and it was a short clip.
Now I gotta go back through my Instagram. That just tells me I have too many posts if I don't remember that. But I do love to eat, so that makes sense.
Okay. Okay. Because I was like, man. So, but I did see you with Casey, didn't I?
Oh yes, we collabed. He was playing on the piano, and I was making an acoustic version of my latest single.
You guys plan on collabing at all?
We do actually. We're in talks right now of creating a new song. We're probably gonna do something more like on the pop side.
I like that. I like that. Are you independent or you have a team behind you at the moment?
I am completely independent right now. I wish I had a team because it's starting to get very hectic for me.
You went right into my next question. Are there any downsides or struggle to being an entertainer and wearing so many hats?
Yeah, it gets hectic. You get pulled left and right, especially if you don't have like a manager behind you or like a team, like you said, a team behind you. It does get really stressful because I have to balance like my personal life and then my work life, so I tend to overbook sometimes. I'll double book, I'll overbook, and then I'll forget to rest. And so that's probably the downside for me is trying to keep up with time management.
So when you double book, you actually try to make both of them. You
I
don't try to
do.
cancel one.
I do.
That shows character though. That goes a long way. That takes you far. Okay.
Thank you.
So what can we expect from Ashley in 2024?
You could definitely expect me to make more music because I promised myself I'm going to make more music. I realized that this is one of my passions. It's actually probably my biggest passion is singing and songwriting. So for sure, you're going to see a lot more of that. I know last year was a bunch of modeling gigs, but not saying I'm going to stop doing that too, but I'm probably going to balance out those two.
Okay. Well, that about wraps this segment up at Bottom of the Bay. You want to give everybody your social so they'll know where to find you at?
Okay, my social media is on Instagram is aa.abbott, Abbott. My Facebook is just my name, Ashley Abbott, Ashley, Abbott. And if you need any bookings, you can just find me on Instagram or you can email me at ashleyabbott.booking@gmail.com.
For sure, for sure. Once again, I thank you for coming to sit down with us. I didn't get to see your performance the other night, but I got to meet you before the show, which is always good. And hopefully next time you're going to be bigger, better, you know what I'm saying? And we can sit down again.
Thank you for having me, by the way. It was an honor to be on this segment.
No worries, no worries. But until next time, peace.